On this season of Destination Earth, Akane and I head to the southern United States to get a jump on summer. On this adventure, we had the chance to visit Tennessee, Mississippi, Virginia, and North Carolina. Join us as we explore everything from the busy streets of Nashville, Tennessee, to the historic antebellum homes of Natchez, Mississippi, as we check off a few new states on this heat-soaked journey. Where are we off to today? Let's find out. Alright, so we're excited, we're ready. We're going to be heading into Nashville today, so it's our first full day of exploration. Let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, I am sunburnt. Yes, it hurts. No, I was not wearing sunscreen. Yes, I am wearing sunscreen now, and yes, I'm wearing aloe vera. And no, it will not happen again, likely. But let's move on, and we're going to be getting into something really fun today. So we've been staying here at the KOA Resort. So we have went ahead and booked a shuttle that comes directly to the campground that will take us downtown. It's $10 per person round trip. It's going to be a lot easier than us spending money on the gas, getting into town, trying to find a place to park. You know, we won't be able to have any sort of drinks if we're driving ourselves. So I think it's well worth the money. So we're going to start off there and then we'll see you downtown. And with that, we hopped on the bus and headed to town. After taking the bus, we quickly realized that this was the perfect way to explore downtown. So easy, pretty cheap, and the convenience was exactly what we needed. So the bus ride was easy enough. It took us here in 15 to 20 minutes. We get off the bus and we've already realized that we have a bit of a problem. You see, I had planned a nice route to explore so we don't miss anything. And I had that nice route on my phone. Both Akane and I left our phones at the campground, so now we're walking blind essentially. So we're gonna go ahead and try and find a place where we can hopefully pick up a map, at least get our bearings of where we are, and we'll go from there, because left, right, back, forward, it's all the same to me. I have no idea where we're going. Didn't expect this obstacle to start, but hopefully that won't slow us down too much. We began heading west towards the Batman Building, one of the most iconic skyscrapers in the state, if not the USA. The downtown area had a series of beautiful artwork, whether that's sculptures, street art, or the buildings themselves. Right outside the Nashville Symphony is this beautiful fountain, one that easily made us stop and admire it on our way to the famous John Siegenthaler pedestrian bridge. This bridge is one of the best vantage points in all of the city. Although you aren't going high up like you do in some observation towers, the fact that you're able to pull away from the city gives you the views you desire along the Cumberland River. Well, as you can easily tell, the pedestrian bridge by far is probably the best place in the city to get a view of the city. It's just uncompromised views, and it's a really great way to kind of welcome ourselves into what we can expect when we head back downtown. After a good chunk of time exploring the views, we made our way back towards downtown to explore even more. Turning down 3rd Avenue off the bridge, we passed the Johnny Cash Museum as we headed towards Broadway. The streets here were chaotic, people lining both sides waiting to hear the music of the stars playing from the bars. In fact, as we walked down the street, we couldn't stop but slowing our roll, heading into Kid Rock's big-ass, honky-tonk rock and roll steakhouse for the best live music we've ever heard in our lives, including this saxophone and electric guitar battle. just finished up an amazing time at the Kid Rock Bar. We just happened to be walking by, and the music was phenomenal. Easily some of the best cover music I've ever heard in my life. And we just spent a chunk of time there. It just was, the music scene, it's not just country here. Everything is absolutely fantastic. And couldn't have been a better stop on this day, really.
Continuing down Broadway, you'll come across Bridgestone Arena, home of the Nashville Predators, an NHL hockey team known for their talented players.
So after a bit of looking, Akane was actually able to find the visitor center, which is attached to the Bridgestone Arena. So here we were able to actually find a pamphlet of some of the main attractions. Now I don't know if we're going to be able to get them all today, but at least it's going to give us some direction. Now I do want to pop back to the bar we were just at. Once again, absolutely fantastic. But you're going to notice the prices for drinks are quite expensive. It was $9 for a single beer. Now that said, the way we're looking at it, since there's no cover, we're paying $5 for cover, $4 for a drink, and by far the best deal that we've had so far. It was an incredible place.
About in the same area, hiding around the corner from the crowds, on the corner of 5th and Broadway, you'll find Legends Corner. As you continue down the side street, you'll see Ryman Auditorium, a beautiful old brick building, originally built as the Union Gospel Tabernacle. The stage later became the home of the Grand Ole Opry, and today remains one of the most beloved music venues in the whole city. Making our way to Charlotte Avenue, we finally reached some of the most beautiful government buildings found in the city. Here we saw the Alvin York statue, a statue of Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, and the Tennessee State Capitol Bell. Behind all this, the beautiful State Capitol Building, completed in 1859.
So far, Nashville has been a really nice surprise. You know, you never know what you're going to get when you come to a new city. It's a mix of new and old buildings. There's definitely a street full of entertainment. Here in the business and government sections, it's a lot more quiet, but just as beautiful. First impressions are it's a really nice city. It's a clean city. It's one of those places that you feel comfortable in immediately. And so far, Nashville, you're treating us really well.
Back on Charlotte Ave, we headed west to our last destination, Centennial Park, with the famous Nashville Parthenon.
Now, finding this Parthenon has been a little more of a challenge than we thought. It's a little further away from the city center than we thought. That said, I think we're finally here. Now, back a few years ago, before I even thought about coming to Nashville, I knew really two things that the city offered. One was really good country music, and the second was this. So this has been high on the list of sights for me to see, so I'm happy that we took the time to make the long trek out here. With that in mind, for those who's coming to the city, you may want to consider doing a hop-on, hop-off bus. That's something that we've kind of concluded on our walk. It is a bit of a journey to get out here, but I hope that seeing it in person is going to wash away all that and be quite enjoyable.
Reaching the Parthenon, we sat in delight as the sun began to lower.
So the Parthenon's incredibly beautiful, and coming here, we really had no idea even why it existed. We just talked to a couple people that we met here along the way, and they told us it was actually part of the World Fair here. So they came in and they built this with like the pyramids and a bunch of other famous monuments that are from around the world. Now, for whatever reason, they tore everything down except for this. So this is a life-size replica of the one in Athens, and inside is a replica of Athena, one of the goddesses. And it's incredible not being able to go to that part of the world that you can still get a little bit of it here.
Turning back to the main street of Broadway, not far afterward, we hit up Hattie B's Hot Chicken, a staple and must-eat location when in Nashville.
So we've made it to Hattie B's, and this is one of the places that we found when we were doing our research here in Nashville on what to get, and it's a hot chicken sandwich. So we're here, we were able to get a table miraculously, and now we're just waiting on our meal. Can't wait to try it. We've been waiting for this all day, so hopefully it's going to be good.
It's big. Thai, bacon Thai, and it smells so good. I can tell it's spicy.
What'd you get?
Duck and hot and fried. Really crispy.
What?
Really crispy.
Oh, crispy. Oh, there's the hot.
At first, I didn't really taste the heat, but pretty hot. And there's so many spices in the skin. So crunchy and juicy.
Alright, so I got myself a classic hot chicken sandwich. Really nice and quite thick. So we'll see how that goes. Unlike Akane, I can taste the heat right away. Making my eyes water a little bit. But it's good. Chicken's nice and crispy. Got lots of flavor. But hot. I also got some warm mac and cheese here. Looks really good. Check that out. That's everything you want. Nice and creamy, cheesy. It's perfect. It's going to be a good meal. With the day coming to a close, we hopped back on our bus and headed home to our KOA. With a small taste of Nashville, we were pumped to come back a second day and get started without missing a beat. So if it seems like we're back in the same spot we were yesterday, you're 100% right. Now the difference today, we remembered our phones. So we're going to be going around again today. We're going to be checking out the spots that we missed yesterday. Going to be enjoying some more wonderful music and our last day here in Nashville before we move on to the next spot. Excited to launch ourselves into the second day exploring Nashville. We didn't take any more than 10 steps as we crossed a street to find an attraction that we somehow missed the first day, despite being dropped off in the exact same location. So right across the street from the Country Music Hall of Fame is the Music City Walk of Fame. Now, Akane and I don't listen to country music on a regular basis, so we're going to go down and see which names we do recognize, and then maybe learn about the ones that we don't. We saw stars like Reba McEntire, Jimi Hendrix, Little Richard, and Elvis Presley. Then came Dolly Parton, Lady Antebellum, Kid Rock, and Rascal Flatts. Moving on, we saw Keith Urban, Alan Jackson, Steve Winwood, Kings of Leon, and Garth Brooks. And along the final stretch of stars like Johnny Cash, Kenny Rogers, Faith Hill, and Tim McGraw revealed themselves. Feeling pleased with ourselves, we moved on and again passed the Nashville Symphony, heading deeper downtown along 3rd Avenue. We passed Goo Goo's, a famous chocolate place along the way. When we reached Broadway, instead of heading west towards downtown, we turned east and headed towards the river. Here, we saw boats making their way down the Cumberland River. Heading north, we strolled along the waterfront. You can tell this area of town was older, with rich history and these beautiful brick buildings that spanned along the entire waterfront. To me, it seemed very European, as it reminded me of videos I've seen of the Netherlands and other European towns and cities. Our riverfront walk ended when we reached Fort Nashboro. Constructed between 1780 and 1781, Fort Nashboro was originally known as French Lick or Block Station.
This stockade encampment was designed to protect against violent encounters from the Chickamauga Cherokee, Delaware, Chickasaw, and Creek war parties. In all, 8 stations were built along various locations along the Cumberland River and its tributaries within the first year. By 1782, only 2 of these remained, as settlers who inhabited the area concentrated their defenses at the Bluff or Eaton Station. With a bit of history under our belts, we headed over to Printer's Alley. Printer's Alley is a historic entertainment district. It gained popularity in the mid-20th century as a hub for nightlife and music. Printer's Alley got its name from the numerous printing companies that operated there during the early 20th century. During the Prohibition era in the United States, which was from 1920 to 1933, Printer's Alley became a popular spot for speakeasies and underground bars. It gained a reputation as a place where people could go to enjoy illegal alcohol and live entertainment. Some of these established, such as the famous Skull's Rainbow Room, still exist today. Finishing up, we turned down Church Street to grab some grub and fill our stomachs.
So the South is known for many things, and barbecue is definitely one of those things. So one of the things that we wanted to do before we left the city was go to Puckett's, which is one of those places that we found that offers really good barbecue, some live music, and it's going to be the perfect last meal of our trip here in Nashville. So one of the first things that Akane noticed when we came in here was the smell. Now, it's packed in here. It's clearly that people will enjoy what they got on the grill. So I'm hoping that we're going to as well. So that looks like some beef, maybe some brisket.
Wow.
Let's see what we got under. Anything under here? Ooh.
Wow.
That looks good. Then we got some collard greens. We got some beans that should be facing Akane's side because I'm probably not going to have any. And then we got some homemade slaw.
That's all yours.
Man, that's going to look good. Yeah, okay. Oh man, I can't wait. I don't even know where to start. I think we got to get it maybe right to the rib here first. Exactly what you want when you come to a barbecue place, I can tell you that. Lots of flavor. Not chewy at all. Nice and soft. It's gonna be a really good meal.
And I want the back seat out. I want that body now, baby. There ain't no easy way out. I want that down. And I want that down. So I handed him my body and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bought a cigarette and asked me for a love. And then I got deathly quiet and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. Sing it out. 'Cause you got to know when to hold up. Know when to fold. Come on. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count. When the dealing's done.
Okay, so we're finished having supper. What did you think?
BBQ was really good. Like all meat were really tender and juicy. Especially chicken was, oh my god, so good. And we ordered sausage like extra because we wanted to try everything over there. It was, no, everything is phenomenal.
So it was worth it, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good.
After cramming more than enough barbecue down our gullets, we waddled down the street, looking to hop back on our bus home. Nashville had treated us well. and we enjoyed all 4 days we devoted to being in the area. This time allowed us to explore the city, sit and relax around the pool at the campground, and just enjoy the heat and sun offered by the southern US sun. Our next adventure takes us along the historic Natchez Trace as we drove even further south as we made our way to Mississippi.